This is insane. A Flames writer has proposed a massive trade between the Calgary Flames and New York Rangers involving two-star defensemen. This trade looks as though it could really help both sides, so do we have a potential trade incoming for this summer? We're going to get into all that and more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and let's hop into this juicy one. A little Miller for Andersson action going on in this one, and yes, the New York Rangers have a couple of Millers, but obviously it is not JT, as he is just a locker room virus, as we saw what happened in Vancouver between Miller and Pettersson, of course. But good thing we're not talking about that Miller. We're talking about another one. And let's talk about this article here. So it comes from Cody Gzowski. I'll just pronounce that Gzowski. Great article here. We're not going to go over the entire thing, but please go feel free to check it out. All credit due to Cody here for this one. So he writes, Flames should seriously consider a K'Andre Miller and Rasmus Andersson swap. So not, hey, here's a potential, but seriously consider. And he goes into quite some detail for this one. So let's hop in. So this week, during the NHL Draft Combine, there were reports that New York Rangers left-handed restricted free agent, both of those are key here, defenseman K'Andre Miller was on the trade block. Meanwhile, Calgary Flames top defenseman Rasmus Andersson's contract is expiring in the summer of 2026, so about a year away. In order to continue the rebuild and move towards a better future, the Flames should seriously consider trading for Miller's negotiation rights. And it is true. We've spoken about it a million times now, but it really just from business-wise and rebuild-wise, retool-wise, it makes more sense to trade away Andersson, and this one really could make sense. So, the Flames have a right-handed defenseman problem, and problem, it might be a harsh word, but it is kind of true. There's too many righties. So the Flames currently have 7 defensemen under NHL contract, with 1 RFA and 1 prospect likely to make the jump to the NHL full-time. The majority of them are right-handed. So let's go over it. The Flames' right-handed defensemen consist of MacKenzie Weegar, Rasmus Andersson, Damil Miramanov, Braden Pahal, Zane Parekh, and Hunter Brustevich. That's 6 already right there. That could be, your decor in any given game, but they're all righties. The Flames' left-handed defensemen consist of Jake Bean, Ilya Solovyov, good old Solo, and Kevin Ball, who is an RFA, but the Flames do hold his signing rights. Would be shocked if Kevin Ball does not get signed. He was honestly fantastic last season. I know the Andersson and Ball pairing really fell off in the second half of the season, but still, there's a lot of work to do with this decor here, and all of these guys could essentially play NHL minutes. Not sure how many of them will be on the Flames next year, but it is true. The Flames have too many on the right side. So, the solution to this problem seems relatively straightforward. Upgrade on left defense and clear aging right defense if possible in order to make room for the next generation. Aging is a harsh word for Raz too. He's still young. He's still in his 20s, for goodness sakes. But K'Andre Miller is the Flames' perfect target. So it's gone from seriously consider to perfect target. These are key words here. So Miller is the exact player to fill the described hole. A young left-handed defenseman who's used to playing big minutes. He is second on the Rangers in average ice time after only Adam Fox. That's pretty crazy. And can muster good results both defensively and offensively. Not only that, but the Rangers reportedly don't want him anymore. And again, that's another harsh way to say it. It's more so he's just on the trade block. It's not that they don't want him. In an ideal world, you keep all your good players, but here we go. Miller is an RFA heading into the 2025 offseason. In a potential new age of offer sheets, there is a possibility the Flames could snag their guy via offer sheet alone. However, the compensation required for a contract would likely require at least a first-round pick, which Calgary may not be willing to risk. I 100% agree. I would rather trade away Rasmus Andersson than a first-round pick, and I think 99% of the Sea of Red would agree. It's also a possibility, and a more appealing one, that they're able to trade for Miller's negotiation rights for much less than a first-rounder, especially given the Flames' future next season is uncertain enough that that pick could end up almost anywhere in the round. Miller is good, but most players of his caliber don't tend to fetch first-round picks on the open market anyway. So offer sheet kind of out of the question is what I'm hearing here. In the meantime, Miller would immediately stabilize the Flames' top 4. He could act as Weegar's new partner, allowing Weegar to play his strong side and truly run wild. In New York, Miller and Fox achieved their strongest results of the season when paired together, so he thrives in an environment with another strong defenseman instead of one who he has to carry. Great to hear. He would not have to carry Weegs. A potential Miller-Weegar top pairing would be the envy of several teams both inside and outside of the playoff picture. It would definitely be a strong first pairing. However, his ideal spot is probably as a partner of Parekh. How interesting. Parekh is very young, and his main issue as a player is his occasional lack of defensive wherewithal. He typically makes up for this by being a powerful offensive dynamo, as we've seen through one game in his NHL career. He's projected to be an unusually good version of this player, but not altogether a new creation. There are other offense-only defensemen out there, and the known solution is to pair them with a primarily defensive shutdown guy. The Flames' current best option for this is fellow RFA Kevin Ball. It's likely Miller would be a significant upgrade on Ball, and that's not my words. I think Kevin Ball would be the perfect D pairing for Parekh. Miller could easily slot in with Weegs, and boom, boom. That is amazing couple of D pairs there with whoever you want on the third pairing, really, of who's left. So I really do like that. As well as fitting in at even strength, Miller would be a significant upgrade on the penalty kill. Last season, the Flames PK sat at an abysmal 76.1%, good for 28th in the league. Miller logged significant minutes on a Rangers penalty kill that was effective both as a PK and short-handed. So great to hear that he can kind of do it all if he were traded to the Flames, of course. Now, Rasmus Andersson is the odd man out with or without Miller, which we kind of know. Andersson's been involved in so many trade talks, but it just really would make sense to kind of swap them. Even without the upside that bringing in Miller would have to the Flames blue line, Andersson is fitting in less and less on the team as time goes on. He and Weegs are both veteran right-handed D-men used to big minutes and big leverage, and with Weegar locked in for 6 more years and Andersson a UFA after this upcoming season, it's clear which contract is easier to move. And Andersson is so tradable. Not only is he good, I know his stats weren't amazing last season and he was playing a little bit bumped up, but he's so good. His contract is so tradable as well because it's so cheap. I think Conroy would be a clown not to try and trade him this offseason while his value is ever so high. A direct swap doesn't need to happen, so between Miller and Andersson here, but if the Flames are looking to get younger and better, they should seriously consider, there's those keywords again, making moves that will send Andersson out of town and bring in Miller from New York. The Rangers lured away Fox from Calgary, kind of away from Carolina in a way. The Flames can take away his defensive partner. A little bit of a revenge story here in a way. And Andersson, as we've spoken about before, could kind of help out any team really. And the Rangers really need to switch something up going into next season. After winning the President's Trophy last year, they missed the playoffs this year somehow. Maybe Andersson could be a great guy for them. Brings that fire, as we know. So very interesting overall. I do like the look of this. Is it the best possible trade out there? No. Yes, we want left-handed D, but I'd rather go for a young right-handed center or just a young center in general. But overall, this definitely could happen. I like the thoughts. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Now, speaking of comments, let's get into the comment of the day to wrap up this video here. As we love to do on the channel, it comes from yesterday's video, of course, and it comes from Rydude. Now, Rydude said, I was hoping Vladar would stay, but also knew he would test the market as he earned it. So true. I think most of us would love to keep Vlad around, Darth Vladar, of course, but it just is fair that he wants to test the market a bit. There's still a chance he stays until it's official he's signed elsewhere. That's true. It's not 100% certain he'll be leaving Calgary, but we'll see. If he leaves, I wish him all the best, and we couldn't agree more. Vladar has been such a great Flame, and he'll be so easy to cheer for no matter where he goes, obviously as long as it's not one of our closest rivals or anything, but he's just a very easy guy to cheer for, a great guy for the locker room as well, it seems. So hopefully he can still stay, but it makes sense if he does try and get more money elsewhere. So no matter what, we do wish Dan Vladar the best. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to what you saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.